Okay guys, welcome back. Still out here at the Pulpit Club, north of the city here in Toronto. We've got the boys and we're on the course. We're going to play a little one-hole match. Nice little drivable par 4 behind us here. Risk reward, loads of options. What are the options, boys? Talk us through what you're thinking.
Well, with the wind picking up, I was thinking mini driver. Now I'm thinking driver. For me, I always look at this and go, there's as much trouble short for me as there is long. So why not hit driver? And if I hit it in the water, at least I'm up there.
Yeah.
Because like the tree, the bunkers, the water makes it just as challenging a layup for me. So it's just sort of hit it hard, and if I lose the ball, I lose the ball.
I don't have the luxury of 140 club or 140 club head speed.
Yeah, me neither.
So for me, it's with this wind. I mean, generally, if there was no wind, I could probably give it a rip to that probably front left bunker, kind of around there. That would be not a bad place to be. With this wind, I probably can't even get there. It'll be a good effort. So it's just a position hole. This kind of hole kind of gives me the willies, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff going on there and some blustery.
It's narrow.
Okay, so if we were playing a tournament today, we're on here and they had set it up as a true risk reward hole, drivable. I mean, we've got some pretty gnarly stuff on the left-hand side, some pretty long rough. You don't want to be hitting in there, you know, even with a lob wedge. Right-hand side, you're going to obviously be wet and dropping back. Do either of you think, you know, safety play, or is it just green light, give the chief the full treatment?
I mean, we're probably a little different with this, but for me, it's a position thing. Just try to hit to that fat part, however that may be to get there, but it's definitely what I'm going to have to do. And
I would consider a 2-iron. If I could fly that first fairway bunker with a 2-iron,
yeah,
I would consider it, because then it looks like it opens a little bit.
It does, it does.
Since I haven't played the hole,
yeah,
I probably would just hit driver, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But if I got a little comfortable and was hitting the ball well, I might hit a 2-iron.
And yeah, obviously, coming into the 11th hole in the golf course, that's where we are situated here. You're kind of going to have a feel for your shapes on the day and what your miss is feeling like and looking like, so you would have a good idea. But as of today, we're kind of getting a bit of a cold start on it.
Yeah.
So wind is straight into the teeth, boys. I mean, it's 314 on the plate, but really probably playing 340?
At least, probably.
At least.
Yeah, these gusts are pretty big out here. So.
Okay, all right. So let's get the guest up first.
Yeah, I think that's
good.
good.
Switch to the driver.
Oh, the driver's out?
Yeah, I don't think it's a mini. I don't think it has to be a hard driver.
Well, I think too, if you miss-hit the mini, it brings the water in. You miss-hit the driver, you could still get over it, right?
Yeah, and I'm looking, if I just busted one over, it looks all right.
Yeah, and we've just finished doing some what's in the bag with you, and we were talking about your driver, kind of the miss peels a touch. So again, down that left side is good, left edge of the green, and if it peels,
whatever.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so left bunker is the aim point, or that tree, not the big tree in the fairway, but the big tree kind of behind the green.
Okay, we've got a quad set up. We're going to read some numbers off this. Let's see what we got.
Is that in?
Oh,
sit.
It's got to be a little over it, I would think.
I think it's
just
one
long.
Bounced at the back of the green and is dry.
Yeah, so nice, smooth, nothing hit hard.
You didn't even take a practice swing there.
No.
Must be nice. I got the shakes.
I would literally be like trying to kind of crank myself into that, and I'd literally like, he's going to take a practice swing at some point. No, straight in there. So let's kind of read the numbers. 10-7 launch, 2400 spin, 185. I mean, that's a gentle one for you.
Yeah, so the goal there is to not spin it up and hit some wild high that gets up in the wind.
Absolutely perfect.
What's that? In the wind, when it's breezy, swing easy?
Yeah, that's what they say.
There you go.
All right, let's flip it for our southpaw friend. Okay, amigo. We're going full Laura Davis mode here.
Yeah, so I don't think I can get there if I go at one. You obviously are a lot faster than I am. So I'm just trying to get something in play, give myself a wedge in. Iron off the tee, it's still a pretty big kind of...
It's not an easy iron shot.
It's not an easy iron shot.
You know what I mean? I think that's probably why iron is probably not the go-to, because it's quite easy to miss an iron both ways as well.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hit like a little peeler off the water. Generally when I do this, the miss is a little left, so maybe that bunker max, but
Perfect. Can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, so I mean, gives me a good leave, a little flip over the bunker, and
Yeah, just in the rough.
off to the
good.
races.
So good. So the way you guys have just thought about the hole is both with safety in mind, really. Like your safety in mind was to take the garbage out of play and just hit it over it all.
Well, yeah, so I flew the bunker, flew the water,
Yeah.
and just,
Yeah.
it's easier that way.
And you went to a shape you knew you had.
Yeah, so I know it is very rare that I double cross driver off deck. It's normally like a fanny kind of spin to the left. So for me, that gets on the ground really quick. Spin is generally super low, even though it's off the deck. It's around 2,000 generally.
Yeah.
And it gets on the ground, just kind of scoots along. So it's nothing pretty, but gets the job done.
Gets it done. 6.6 launch, 2,200 spin, 159 ball speed. I mean, you could not, 236 on the carry, you could not have played that any better.
Yeah.
That was ideal. Okay, let's go finish it off. Okay, so you carried it 324, you carried it 236. You're both greenside. You're slightly over, you're just before. Both of you literally have played it absolutely perfectly for kind of what you intended, really. Mac, you've got a beautiful little pitch, obviously over the bunker. This is giving people fits in you know, amateur golf land, having to carry over the bunker, not got that much room to play with. What's your kind of thought process here?
Yeah, so I mean, most common thing I see with like everyday golfers is them try to help it up. They see a bunker, they immediately think they need to help it up in the air.
Or the weight goes back.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I've got a 56-degree hand or in my hands here. I don't need to help it up. That already is enough loft. So
Tons there.
I'm just trying to maintain that loft through the strike and pick a land zone. So for me, again, I haven't been out here, don't really know what the greens are going to be like, but my goal here, just pitch it probably 3 or 4 yards onto that green, maybe just a little less than that, and just have it roll out. I have the luxury of being against the wind right now, so
Totally.
I don't have to worry about it going long, probably. I would
yeah.
suspect this would end up short, if anything.
And you wouldn't be upset with that because
No.
you're thinking almost about leaving yourself a very makeable birdie putt from here. And
Exactly.
probably 5-6 feet up the hill, you wouldn't be upset with that at all.
No,
You'd be
exactly.
aggressive with the next one.
Yeah, and generally, like, when I'm chipping, I do try to get it there, but I pick my battles. For something like this, we know it's going to be a little bit easier putt if I'm up that hill, so definitely long I'm fine with, but I'm okay with short.
Okay, 56 degree, 12 degrees of bounds, D grind from Titleist. Let's see this.
Yeah, so a little spongy, but again, it leaves me that kind of uphill putt. I'm not overly upset with that.
Pretty good.
Hit it kind of the way I wanted to, and again, I didn't try to hit that high. That was
No.
just a relatively straightforward little chip shot. I had to pretend this bunker's not even there. This bunker doesn't
Yeah,
exist. It
yeah,
shouldn't be in
exactly.
play, so.
What kind of Mac really was trying there was, and you could kind of see the way the club came back a little bit hooded, was really let the ground do the work, right? As soon as that ball, was going to hit the ground, it was always going to feed towards the hole.
Exactly.
You've, as you say, you're into the wind, you're a little uphill. Time to be aggressive, you
Yeah.
know, with that one and chase it up towards it.
Exactly.
You don't want to be taking the 60. That's the death move, really, in a situation like this. The slope's into you a little bit, the wind's into you, and obviously you're hitting into a little bit of an upslope, stuffing a 60 degree into the ground, and then you end up flirting with the bunker.
Yeah, there's just no
nobody needs
point.
that.
No point in that at all. I'd say just keep it as simple as possible. If there was no bunker here, people would find the shot a lot easier. So
What are you grading yourself on that one?
honestly, for the fact that I've never played this hole, don't really know the slopes of these greens, I would take that 10 out of 10 times. I kind of did what I wanted to. I have that uphill putt that we were talking about, and I mean, I could have probably thrown it out a little bit more left looking at it now, seeing that slope, but I hit it the way I wanted to. I've done everything that I wanted to do successfully, and I mean, I've got a makeable birdie look. So.
Okay, let's go get Drew chipping. Okay, so you've literally one-hopped it from the back of the green. Pretty soft bounce. We're in a really nice spot here. The chipping isn't the part of the game you're the most comfortable with.
No, very uncomfortable. Like I have problems with strike, low point.
Yeah.
Partly because I set up to everything like a driver.
Sure.
So like I have shoulder tilt.
Yeah.
So I know what I do poorly. I just always do it.
Right.
So trying to get away from it, but it's a work.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
So we're good here. I mean, we've got the land is working with us. It's running towards the hole. We can kind of see everything. I mean, Mac's really moved, so yours is going to have late movement, I would say. The first part's going to be fairly straight, but as the speed comes off it, we're going to feed feed on down there. I mean, where the shadow on the flag is that somewhere like along the lines of what you're thinking?
So I actually think right where the camera is, like a little outside that.
A little outside
I think
that,
as
okay.
it dies, it's gonna
Got
die.
it. And are you almost visualizing this like a putt at the minute, where you're kind of trying to think speed and a point where the speed comes off, then it starts to break?
Yep. So if I'm right in thinking it's gonna land, kind of track up, and then be quick down,
Yeah.
I'm thinking get it down on the ground.
Right.
And then from about, I don't know, right where it lands, I'm hoping is somewhere like in this area.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right in thinking it's gonna roll out quickly.
And this is another situation where Mac he hit 56 degree, you've went 50 degree. I mean, not really thinking for you both, either of you guys, lob wedge. I mean, I think that's smart, right? Too many people go default to that lob wedge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of guy, if I felt good, I'd putt it.
Yeah.
'cause I've
And it
always
wouldn't be the worst play.
Yeah, I've always felt like the bad putt's as good as your good chip type thing. So
Definitely.
kind of just get it on the ground, let it roll.
All right.
And now it's just like, did I read it right? Am I
Yeah.
correct?
And are you thinking somewhat of a putting stroke? You're not really thinking downward. This is a shallow, try and catch it.
Yep.
A little low in the head, deaden the strike a little bit.
Yep. So maybe my wrists or hands are ahead of the ball,
Yep.
but I'm not trying to like hit down.
And you're not getting
Yeah.
any release at
Yeah,
this.
it's just, like you said, a putting stroke.
Yeah. So pick your landing spot and everything else from there's fuel.
Not nearly as fast as I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it.
You played that nicely.
I'm shocked. So I knew it went up, but I thought it was gonna much faster.
Yeah, I thought you hit that one pretty much ideal.
Yeah.
Downwind too, I thought for sure.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was
Yeah.
fast. So just surprised. Like Mac, I'm not upset with that.
No, you hit it good. I thought it was gonna roll out a lot more than that, to be honest.
I mean, you can kind of see in some of the spots, the brown spots, it's obviously been sanded fairly recently, early season here in Ontario. So, yeah, definitely a little soft in the green conditions. What are you seeing? Probably, we got 10 feet left, maybe 8 to 10?
Yeah, and I think I am kind of uphill until about the hole. Then it's kind of downhill.
Again,
so
late movement.
and falling down to that lake.
Okay.
And now it's just a guessing game of how fast are the greens.
Yeah, I think you can think about this almost like it's a fairly level putt.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's going to move, half a cup or so at the end.
Yep.
Good putt.
It was a really good try. Really good try. Easiest of fours.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, it's like seeing the course first is always a benefit.
Yeah.
How much break have you got in this?
With how slow they are, I'm just going minimal break and ram.
Love it.
Yeah. I mean,
TaylorMade FCG putter, something you came back to. What were you in before?
I had a custom Coggin design. I'm still using it, but West Coast clubs, East Coast clubs, just because I got sick of traveling back and forth. So
Hear you.
gonna hopefully get back in the honeymoon stage with this thing.
Had a lot of break towards us. What felt like up the hill.
I guess that makes sense why yours was so slow.
So slow.
I had that going this way and it went that way.
Yeah.
I maybe
I literally feel like I'm above the hole right now. But
Yeah. Yeah, when I walked my chip off, I could have sworn like
couple
downhill-
stress-free fours.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We left some out there, but
And that's the thing, lots of different ways to play this. I always find it really interesting from looking back from green to tee. One of my mentors always taught me when I was playing tournament golf, if you get a chance to scout a golf course the day before you play it, walk it from 18 backwards, right? And you see much more of what you need to do, because from here, look how wide that landing spot is there. It doesn't feel like that in the tee, even though it's 314 yards. A little downhill, and you can kind of see the spots. You can see how wide it gets.
And that rough area over there is huge.
Yeah, I mean, massive.
Past
massive.
that tree.
I mean,
So,
definitely more intimidating from the tee there. I think a little bit to do with, I mean, if there was no wind, I would have felt a lot more comfortable just hitting a 7-wood to a comfortable yardage or going for the green. But that little bit of wind just always makes things look a little bit more condensed, a little bit more intimidating.
and I think that's the beauty. There's lots of conversations right now about golf architecture. Stop making the golf courses long to defend par against, you know, the tournament golfer. There's not enough creativity, I think it's fair to say, in terms of a golf course architecture, how we set up holes, how we trick the eye, all that sort of thing. Length doesn't have to be the obstacle.
For sure.
No, it's my friend.
It's your friend, yeah, that's for sure. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Two extremely, extremely talented players and how their minds work in terms of navigating a hole like this. You know, Mac playing it with kind of a low-flighted safety, a little cut shot. Drew just going full bombs ahead, flying all the way back here. Executed it towards two really easy fours and two great birdie chances. Really cool, boys. Okay, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.